What's up everybody, G here, VP of Content, FitnessInformant.com, here today for another review on a Muscletech product. We've been kind of on a Muscletech spree. We've been enjoying the new rebranded products, and today we are looking at Amino Build Elite. Obviously this is an EAA formula with some extras, which we will get into. And of course, EAAs, BCAAs, these products are actually kind of hard to rate, however, we will do our best. This was given to our reviewer, Jesse, and he seemed to enjoy his experience with Amino Build. Either way, I'm not gonna waste your time. Let's get into the product right now. So to start, there's three technically blends in here. First one starts off obviously with the EAAs in here, and there are 12.7 total grams of aminos in here. And what we do like is that they are transparent with them. You know how much of each you're getting. This is fairly standard now for some of the top rated amino products on our website, so it's nice to see that they are on board with that. And it starts off with 4 grams of leucine. Leucine is obviously the amino acid that's responsible for spiking MPS. It's like flicking on a light switch for MPS, muscle protein synthesis. Then you get 2 grams of isoleucine, 2 grams of valine. So this is at the 2:1:1 ratio, which we like to see here. This is a high amount of leucine. You don't even really need that much, however, that doesn't hurt. 4 grams is fine. Then you get 2 grams of the other. This is a high amount, nice to see. You also get 1 gram of taurine. Taurine can help with blood flow, hydration, other things as well. 1 gram is a solid dose. So not only is this just a recovery product like most EAAs are or BCAA products are, you're also getting some performance benefits. 1 gram of glutamine, not much to say on glutamine. We're not big fans of it here. It's not a bad addition though. You get lysine, methionine, phenylalanine, histidine, and threonine, and they're all given to us. They actually have a high amount of methionine in here. Methionine is notoriously hard to flavor. With that said, most of the aminos in here are at a solid amount, and the fact that they are given to us is nice as well. Next up, we have the Peak Performance and Lean Muscle. It's not even a matrix, it's just one ingredient. This is a patent ingredient called Peak ATP at 400 milligrams. This will increase ATP in your body, and ATP, if you don't know, is the energy currency of the cell. It's at a solid dose. Peak ATP has some solid studies behind it. This can help with performance, reduce fatigue. It is a solid ingredient, and to see it at the clinical dose is nice from Muscletech. It's not a cheap ingredient either, so it's a nice addition. We like to see it in here. And finally, we have the electrolyte blend. This contains sodium chloride, dipotassium phosphate, coconut water, as well as watermelon juice. I like to see a little bit more coconut water and watermelon juice. Watermelon is actually a natural source of citrulline, which can increase blood flow. With that said, we'd like to see a little bit more in here. Either way, there are electrolytes in there. That's going to help with muscle contractions, endurance, hydration, so it's nice to see in here. So overall, the profile is very straightforward. They do use a high amount of EAAs. They use a clinical dose of peak ATP, so we like to see that. There's some electrolytes in there to help, and overall, you can't go wrong. A lot of these EAA products on the market, they're all pretty good these days. This one is right there with them. Solid amount, and if you want some peak ATP in your amino product, it's in there for you. So now we get to the effectiveness. EAAs are one of those products that you kind of have to find a use for. It's not a sleep aid where you say, oh, this can enhance my life because it helps me sleep. It's not a pre-workout. Oh, this is going to help me get a better workout. You kind of have to find a reason to use EAAs, and they're completely unnecessary if you're getting enough protein in your diet. However, if you're cutting and your calories are low, it can help preserve muscle mass. It can also help with recovery. That's probably the biggest benefit to them. Supplementing with BCAAs or EAAs may help with delayed onset muscle soreness. So if you're looking for a little edge there, they may be beneficial for that. EAAs are best used when you're training in the morning and you haven't eaten anything, or you haven't had any protein before that. That's when they're best used. That's when they're better than a BCAA. However, if it's later on in the day, it doesn't matter if you get BCAAs or EAAs. With that said, our user did notice an increase in recovery. This was expected, so it does check out. He also did notice a slight increase in performance, and especially he noticed that he had much better recovery, especially on leg day. We all hate the post-leg day soreness. I don't mind it, but some people hate it. It's the meme. Either way, it did what it was expected to, increase performance with the peak ATP and also help with recovery, so it's gonna do well if that's what you're looking for. So as for the taste, this is probably the worst aspect to Amino Build Elite. It has a slight bitter taste to it. It has a high amount of aminos in there. That could be the issue there. He had the electric limeade. It wasn't his favorite flavor out there. He gave it a 7 out of 10. He said he'd like to try out the rainbow candy flavor. That seemed a little bit more intriguing to him, especially with all these aminos in there. So certainly, it's not the worst thing. It's certainly drinkable. However, there's a slight bitterness to it, and there are better tasting amino products out there. So now we get to the mixability of Amino Build Elite. It mixes quite well, actually. There's not much to complain about. Obviously, aminos have that foaming aspect to them. With that said, that goes away eventually. So it does mix very well. There's no clumping. This one certainly checks out. Not too much to say here, especially if you sip on it during your workout, you will be fine, as you know, the foam will definitely dissipate in that time. So overall, mixes well, no clumping, 9.5 out of 10. Let's get to value. So for the value, this is actually priced very well. You can get it for $29.99. Coupon code INFORMANT saves you 15% off directly from their website. So roughly $1 per serving. Now you're getting a clinical dose of PKTP as well as 12.7 grams of total aminos as well as some electrolytes. Despite the issue, if you're looking for an economical EAA product, this is certainly one to look at. It has a PKTP, aminos. It is at a great value. So certainly one worth stocking up on. If you actually like the flavor, or if you can handle it, it might be one worth using year round even. It might be a staple. Overall, Amino Build Elite isn't the most innovative amino out there. It does use a solid amount of aminos. It has PKDP in there, which is great. And overall, it's a quality product. It's at a great price. Mixability is great. The only issue we had was the taste, and it does deliver on what you'd expect out of an EAA. So if you're one of those who likes to sip on EAAs, this could certainly be a product worth stocking up on. For more info, be sure to check out the written review on our website. Follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Facebook. Like this video, check us out on our website. More reviews.